It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Reaction Beanie Yo 177. Day in the neighborhood, my people. As always, man, hope y'all doing excellent out there today. And I'm glad y'all came back to the channel and fucking with the bean. And we gonna get into a little short video today. It ain't too long. It's only 11 minutes and 50 seconds. But the reason I wanted to check this video out with y'all is just because of the title name. Like, the title of this video have me very intrigued. So to check this video out, we're gonna go back to our homeboy, Dire Trip. Going back to Dire Trip, y'all. And the title of the video is The Boy Who Found His Father's Secret Pics and Vanished. Now, I'm trying to figure out, what the hell was the pics? Was they pics of his daddy murdering somebody? Or doing the R word to somebody? Like, what the hell is up with these pics? And then the boy vanished. Did he ever come back? Like, I got questions on this video, man, but we finna find out. But before we find out, my people, come on now, you know what you got to do. Get whatever you might need. Get what you need for the story, please. We back to Dire Trip once again, my people. Y'all got what y'all need. Y'all ready to go? Then let's fucking go.
A young teen, after finding very disturbing and compromising pictures of his father on his computer, decided to confront the man about them. Afterwards, he was never heard from again.
Oh, hell no. Okay, just from that little couple of sentences or words that Dire Trip just gave us, I'm thinking the boy vanished like he ran away. Now my whole head flipped to some shit. Well, he found some shit out about his daddy, then his daddy ended up killing him to stop him from telling other people about it. Let's go. Get whatever you may need.
Today's video was sponsored by Case to...
Oh, he come with his commercials, but no, y'all fuck with Case to 5 first of all. And yeah, my whole mindset and changed for this video, y'all. I believe his damn daddy killed him, man, because he found out something about his daddy that he ain't want nobody to find out, to the point where he actually killed his son. That's crazy. But let's go.
Just a heads up, parts of today's story are pretty disgusting. Today's story is about a kid named Dylan Redwine, a 13-year-old who grew up in southern Colorado. At some point during his childhood, his parents got divorced, and things were rocky to say the least. Once Dylan went into junior high school, he moved out to Colorado Springs with his mother, while his father lived out in Vallecito. In a while, he and his mother were planning to move again, this time to Monument. In the meantime, Dylan would fly out to meet his father, Mark, from time to time, something he really didn't enjoy doing. The visits were court-ordered though, so there really wasn't much he could do about it. Dylan had an older brother named Corey, who noted on many occasions that Dylan had a very strained relationship with his father. It had been that way for at least the past 2 years, ever since a big fight broke out between Dylan and his father. This fight ended up ostracizing Mark from his then wife and their 2 sons. It's fairly likely that, by this point, the feeling was a little bit mutual, and Mark wasn't thinking too highly of his son either. It was kind of one of the biggest things that impacted everybody's relationship with our father, Corey said. This strain was made much, much worse during one of the brothers' trips out to see their father, in which the both of them saw something that no kid, or human rather, should ever see. When using their father's laptop, they came across what Corey has called pretty graphic pictures of their father during what was supposed to be a father-son bonding trip. And pretty graphic is putting it lightly. The pictures consisted of Mark wearing lingerie and a diaper that he had filled himself, and he was eating from the diaper.
Oh, I can't really hell no! Oh my God, what in the did I just hear? I need to clean my ears out. he was shitting in a pamper and then eating it. Did I just hear that? Man, that would fuck me up to see my damn daddy doing some shit like that, bro. What the?
Think of any lighter way to get the point across for YouTube. Either way, the pictures were incredibly disturbing, especially for a junior high schooler to see of his father. Mark Redwine flew into a rage when his two sons unearthed the photos, which weren't hidden very well in the end. They definitely changed my opinion about our father, Corey said, who now believes that his father is and was mentally ill. The two boys, likely at their wits' end with their father, decided to confront him about the whole issue once more at some point. And in November of 2012, it seems Dylan took the initiative to do just that. One of Dylan's friends has since said that he really didn't want to go on this trip to see his father. After all, finding those pictures, how was he going to face his dad normally again? But it was Thanksgiving, and this was one of those court-ordered trips. If at all possible, Dylan at least hoped that he could get out of the house for a while and go stay with some friends in the area. He wanted to get out of that house for as long as he possibly could during this trip. "I remember it like it was yesterday," said one of Dylan's closest friends who had just hung out with him before his mother took him to the airport to fly out to his father's place. He really didn't want to go. I could see the fear inside his eyes. Dylan wanted to spend the whole night with a friend nearby, but his father turned him down. Instead, he planned to meet that friend the next morning as soon as he could. In a text exchange we can see between the two brothers, it's revealed that the two did save the pictures, likely to confront their father with later, or even to possibly use to get out of visiting him further. Dylan asked for the pictures, and then soon after, he fell off the face of the earth. "Dude, your dad is looking for you," his friend texted him the next morning. "Are you alright, dude?" However, there was no response. Mark Redwine had killed Dylan the night before. It still isn't known exactly how, but it involved both a skull fracture and a sharp force injury to the head. On November 19th, Dylan's mother understandably started to worry and reported him missing. Mark simply said that Dylan had vanished the night before and he knew nothing beyond that fact. "I was in tears," said a friend of Dylan's. "I had a sick feeling in my stomach and I just completely broke down." "I think Dylan had a lot more than just pictures that he wanted to get across to Mark," Corey added. "He's just a sick person, but he's fully aware of his actions and he's fine with being that person." Mark was immediately named as a person of interest in Dylan's disappearance, but he fully denied any sort of involvement in the whole ordeal. However, the boy's mother, Elaine, had heard Mark saying some pretty disturbing things in the past. For one, he bragged that he would leave a body up in the mountains if he ever had to dispose of one, and in one particular argument he told her that he would kill the kids before he would let her have them. Soon after, the family did all they could to search for Dylan. Missing persons posters were posted all over town and all over the internet as well. However, the search didn't really bring up anything in the end. The following February, Mark and Elaine appeared on Dr. Phil, of all things, to talk about the disappearance of their son. On the show, Elaine searched for answers while Mark did all he could to maintain his innocence, insisting that he had nothing to do with the disappearance and didn't know any more than anyone else did. But even after all of this, Dylan was gone without a trace for over a year.
You know what? I seen this shit on Dr. Phil. Now, this had to been years ago. I don't know how many years ago. I don't watch Dr. Phil, but I probably seen it on YouTube or something, bro. I remember that man's face on there in that suit and the lady, unless I'm just having a hard case of deja vu. But I think I remember this case. I just ain't really get the detail of it like this, I think. I don't know. But I can't believe this man killed his goddamn son. Because he had pictures of him. Let's go.
In 2013, some of his remains turned up in an area not too far off from Mark's house, just small fragments of bone. This proved at bare minimum Dylan was no longer alive. But for the people closest to him, deep down they already knew that, as much as they tried to hold out hope. And then, 2 years later, a few hikers ended up finding his skull about 1.5 miles away from where the first bits of remains were found. An FBI profiler who reviewed the whole case ended up helping the police to finally arrest Mark in the end. "I simply wanted to look at everything I could look at and try to figure out who did this, and it was an inescapable conclusion that it was Mark," said the profiler, who refrained from mentioning the specifics of what led him to that conclusion. However, the court indictments painted a pretty clear picture as to how he was finally caught. An investigation had showed traces of Dylan's blood in Mark's living room, and a cadaver dog had picked up on his truck, where traces of blood were also found as well. Not only that, but traces of blood were found on the clothes that Dylan was last seen wearing. After a 5-year investigation, Mark Redwine was finally arrested out in Bellingham, Washington while out driving his truck and was formally charged with Dylan's death, to be held on a $1 million bail while he awaited extradition back to Colorado. He was charged with second-degree murder along with child abuse resulting in death. He attempted to fight his extradition. "We're talking about a guy that's probably a registered psychopath narcissist," said the criminal profiler who worked on the case. "He thinks he is smarter than everyone else." However, luckily he wasn't successful in fighting the extradition. The profiler added, "There is no question in my mind that this case will go to trial. Mark will not plead guilty because he's a narcissist. He believes he can lie his way out of everything." He ended by saying that the likelihood that Dylan simply left Mark's home that night and never came back without meeting any sort of foul play at all was mathematically next to zero. Dylan's brother, Corey, wasn't shocked at the news. It was no secret that, from the beginning, Corley highly suspected that his father was behind the disappearance, given the events that led up to it. "It's exciting to know that justice is coming for my little brother," he said, saying that the arrest was bittersweet in the end. "I'm obviously excited. I believe they have the right man, but it's still sad that we even have to go through this," he said. In June of 2021, during Mark's trial, the prosecutors told the court during their opening statements that Mark, now 59, was sent into a violent rage when Dylan found the photos of him in the first place, noting that bringing up the photos once again likely sent him into yet another rage. The prosecutors didn't really press Dylan's friends for info as to why exactly he didn't want to go visit his father. That much had been apparent for quite some time. However, this friend did note, when the jurors weren't present, that the relationship between the two was, at the least, very strained and at the most, pretty abusive. All Mark's attorney could do was try to push the claim that Dylan simply ran away from his home and that Mark knew nothing beyond that. They said that the teen had previously hitchhiked in the past and vaguely added that he sometimes walked away from his problems. Testimony in the trial lasted about 5 weeks, as Mark faced a good 48 years in prison if the prosecutors were able to convict him. Then, in October of 2021, Mark was officially found guilty of the murder of his son. He was sentenced to those very 48 years in prison, meaning he'll likely never experience freedom again unless he lives to be well over 100 years old.
Now that's bullshit. Why? See, this just go back to my problem with the judicial system and just the government or whatever you want to call it. With as far as sentencing these fucking murderers, bro. Why he get 48 years? Why is so specific to 48 years? Just say he got life and be done with it. Like, bro, I don't get. And then the next person will get 33 years, and the next murderer get 57 years. Like, why y'all just picking specific years, man? Give their ass life and be through with it. I'm glad his ass ain't gonna get out though. But damn, bro, just give him life.
Once again, thank you for watching my video. This is a case.
Oh shit, that was the end of it, y'all. Like I said, it was a short video, man. And I do think I remember seeing this story on Dr. Phil, bro. Like, I remember seeing clips of it on YouTube or something. And it been years ago, man. And dude, I mean, damn, bro, you gonna kill your son just because he got some disturbing pictures of you? I mean, bro, it's not that damn serious, man. To kill your son, it ain't that damn serious, bro. And the pictures of him, what he said, he was in some women clothes or something. I mean, if that's your sexuality or whatever, bro, I don't even really find that shit like that too weird for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a person, if they are homosexual or heterosexual, however they want to express themselves, whatever they want to do, I ain't got no problem with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's them. It ain't none of my business. But, the fucking shitting in the pamper and then eating it, now that's where that's drawing the line now. That's when we get to the point of something wrong with you, for real. Now, something wrong with you. Anybody who eating their own shit. I keep saying it, it sounds so stupid and funny at the same time, but I'm being serious, y'all. Anybody that eat their own shit, something wrong with them. Something is seriously wrong with them, man. They got mental issues, bro. No questions about it. I'm sorry. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I have seen some way back when I was a little child, some P-word videos of women doing that, or they were doing something, eating something. I digress. We ain't gonna even get into that. I need to get up off here now for YouTube get me a flag. And I ain't never been flagged, but goddamn, that's why we finna get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming back. It was a crazy video by our boy Dial Trip, man. I will be back tomorrow. Most definitely. I'll be back tomorrow. And be on the lookout for the True Crime video sometime this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. But until I see y'all again, my friends, y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me right there. And I got one more thing to say. Love, peace, and happiness. Stay safe. Don't stop. Keep going. Yeah.